I personally believe in the sanitary effect of sunlight. So when you're able to beam the searchlight, it becomes very difficult for corruption to continue to survive and weigh down our economy like has happened in the past.
For Nigeria, it was an environment shrouded in strict secrecy, and the information on who owns what was an exclusive preserve of very, very few. This is information that no one was willing to discuss.
There has been a lot of improvements since then. Naiti kept pushing and pushing. President Muhammad Buhari, while attending the anti-corruption summit in London, made a commitment, first of all, to the Open Governance Partnership, and Nigeria committed to sign and did sign by July of that year, and also made a commitment to establishing an open register of a beneficial ownership of companies operating in Nigeria.
The first step we took was to ensure that there was a deadline within which Nigeria would queue into the beneficial ownership disclosure. So we published a roadmap, and that roadmap was mainstreamed into our national and country work plans, and then widely shared in terms of ownership to the companies, to the government, to the civil society. And we began to work towards meeting that deadline. And by December 2019, we became the first country to establish a beneficial ownership portal.
What has happened since then, and for the better, is the reenactment of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 CAMA. CAMA has made a provision that authorizes CAC now by law to establish and to collect beneficial ownership information from all companies operating in Nigeria and establish an open register so that citizens or anybody can visit the database and interrogate the data. We were able to pass the Petroleum Industry Act, the PIA, which in Section 7 of the PIA has made a very clear provision for the establishment of a beneficial ownership register for the extractive industry. So for Nigeria now, it's not just that we have to report beneficial ownership because we've made a commitment to the EIT and the OGP, but we now have to establish it because there's a law.
We began now to enlighten the media and the civil society and multi-stakeholders on addressing the fears and concerns they had about beneficial ownership disclosure, trying to create the kind of information that enables them to have a sense that this is a win-win for everyone.
It will help us to track, reduce, and arrest corrupt practices that are undertaken either by companies or beneficial owners of companies. It helps us to have information that the citizen can see who are actually the real owners behind the companies that run businesses in Nigeria. Once people realize that information about them will be in the public domain, it acts as a major deterrent.
The mining sector came up to say, oh, between January and May this year, our revenues grew by 151%. So that began to build confidence that beneficial ownership, after all, is a win-win for all. And Naiti began to strengthen this position. When BO is fully mainstreamed into our cultural governance, there will be public trust, there will be citizens' confidence, there will be revenue growth. And revenue growth will translate into access to funding to provide roads, water, electricity.